Right, welcome to the Tuesday Live. And I'm really hoping that the sound is okay today. Do let me know by saying hashtag live, sound is okay, hashtag replay, sound is okay. And we're going to talk about how to step into embodied leadership today. So I'm Jenny Lyon, Rainbow Anderson. I am your host of this weekly live that I do on a Tuesday. I am I am an embodied leader. So I do energy work. I'm a healer. I'm a channel, and I do business coaching for my spiritual entrepreneurs as well. So let's step into this training today. So I can see somebody's watching. I'm really hoping the sound is okay. I've figured it out. So just let me know in the comments. It would be so helpful if you just told me in the comments if it's all right. So yeah, it works. Okay, good. I've got some comments. I think it's my son. Look. Hi, Mama. He's watching me. That's very sweet. And now he's laughing. Anyway, so yeah, it's working. If you let me know then, Johan, please, if the sound sounds okay and it's not crackling noise, that would be really good. He's just funny. Okay, so let's dive into this. Yeah, okay. So embodied leadership, what does it actually mean? Because when we talk about leadership, we know that being a leader is being inspirational, activating, magnetic, being, having thought leadership, being a drive for a team, or being a drive for your business, being a drive for your employees or even your clients, right? So leadership is something that I talk about a lot because I love working with leaders, and I also love helping them, activating them to go to the next level as well. What does embodied leadership mean? Does anyone know? Like, even if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, let me know. Do you know what embodied leadership means, and what does it mean to you? Maybe you want to add your comments below. But I'm going to dive into it, what it means to me. So the first thing that comes to mind is, or what I plan to talk to you about today, is that we as humans are like doing all the time. We are doing, like as we get up in the morning, we are doing things. We have a schedule, a plan. We are working. We are, I don't know, walking, doing, going, doing stuff in the kitchen, cooking. We are talking. We're doing things all the time. We are working in our businesses. We're doing things all the time. And by doing all the time and not being still and just being, we are probably most of the time in our minds a lot, in our heads, and we're not dropping into our hearts. We are thinking, we're overthinking even maybe what the next thing is going to be. We're in our head all the time. And that leads to a disconnect from the heart. So by doing all the time and not being, we are naturally just in our heads most of the time. And what happens when we're just in our heads as a leader? What happens when we're just like taking decisions from here, right? Because it's like, if you're in your head and you're thinking and you're figuring things out all the time and you're not feeling the rest of the body or connecting with the heart or connecting with your intuition, consequently, we are actually, making decisions from here in our heads. So what does that mean when we do that? Well, it means that we probably get a limited sort of intellectual perspective of what we are looking at from what we then make decisions on. We're not taking into consideration intuitively what we are meant to be including in this decision, whatever that will be. And we are cutting that source of information off by not connecting to the heart and by not connecting to our bodies. So that means we get kind of a limited perspective on what we are meant to be doing. Let me just give you an example. I spoke to a client today who signed up in my Connected Soul Club. So the Connected Soul Club is a business membership for spiritual entrepreneurs, not necessarily CEOs and leaders, but spiritual entrepreneurs, they love it. Anyway, we were talking on the call, and she said to me, I've been trying to figure out niche, who I'm working with. And she was saying, so I was really clear in my head on who this is. And then it was a totally different person than the one we came up with in this call, because we were talking how it would look like for me to support her. And I was tuning in together with her into the field, not just what's in her head, her whole field, all of her quantum. And I'm tuning into her energy. I'm tuning into her subconscious. I'm tuning into her, her whole body, all of who she is, not just her mind. And as a consequence of that, we came up with a totally different niche than the one she thought. And as soon as we talked about this, and I said, well, listen, so I'm not going to reveal what that was now because it's confidential, conversation we had. She was like, oh my God, that feels exactly right now. Because when I was figuring out with my mind and trying to figuring it out like that, just by thinking and sort of drilling it down, the result was a totally different one. And then when we tune into all of the spectrum, who she is and what she is here to serve the world, we came up with a totally different person. So what I was doing in that moment with her, I was using all of my skills. So my intellect, knowing everything about marketing and business and entrepreneurship, and how to choose your niche and things like that, together with my intuition and together with my abilities to tune into her, who she was as a being. So with holding the capacity of using my intellect, using my intuition, and actually my body to come up with this niche that she wants to work with, I used embodied intelligence, embodied leadership. So you may be doing this already. You may not think, am I doing that? You might be thinking, well, I'm always making a decision. Perhaps, I don't know, you're very experienced, perhaps, so you make a decision in your leadership quickly, but you might be using it or you might not. And you probably know if you're using it because you feels like you are getting information about this particular decision that you're going to make, not just from the mind, but you're using your intuition, your heart, you're using everything to make that decision. And undoubtedly, it's always going to be the right one because you used all your senses and all of you to make that decision or to come to that conclusion. Now, it only goes wrong when we are making decisions from here and up, because we're not then including the other elements of intelligence that we are meant to take into that decision. All right. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to see if there's any more comments. He's gone now. That was my son. He's got a lot of comments there. Bless him. He's gone now. Yes. So let me know. Does that resonate? Can you see how using your heart, body, and your mind and your intuition? Heart is really your intuition because, you can, if you have an open heart chakra, you can really tune in with your intuition really quite easily. Yeah. Let me know if that makes sense, guys. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to cover with this. Now, when we merge the heart, the mind, and the body, we are using all the types of intelligence that is available to us to make a conclusive decision or move within our leadership, which is superior to other decisions made using only the intellect, right? You may argue this if you feel, well, I don't know how to connect with my intuition in this way. I don't know how to connect with my body in this way so that I can make those decisions. Well, this is why I'm here, because I help my clients to basically open up their heart, expand in consciousness, increase intuitive downloads, and become embodied leaders. We do this through energy work, exercises. They become very activated when they come into my space, so they naturally start becoming like this. And if this is important to you, if this type of intelligence, if you like, is important to you and to your leadership, I really invite you to come and talk to me, because you're kind of leaving money on the table by not using all of the intelligence available to you. And there's nothing wrong, nothing has gone wrong. No one's doing anything wrong. It's just that this level of intelligence and awareness that is available to you is not particularly mainstream, maybe. It's not something that everyone talks about. We talk about soft skills, and we talk about intuition and gut feelings and things like that, of course. But really, the new world, the way I look at it, is that if every leader of the world, or executive, or conscious leaders, or conscious visionaries, if they really want to step into this next level of leadership and bring a higher level of intelligence to earth, really, because they're channels, then this type of work really is for you. Because you will expand your capacity in receiving intelligence and information beyond your wildest dreams, and it will really catalyze your creativity and your innovation as well. So those three are really connected. So when we open up to the intuition and we really open up on this higher level, then the heart opens up. And then when that emerging sort of is happening, your channel is then opening up further. And then you're starting to download, get more creative, because you're opening up intuition and you're like expanding into your sacral chakra, and more innovation will come through. And this is exactly what leaders want, right? They want to feel creative. They want to feel innovative. They want, they're leading there at the edge, aren't they? Always. So if that work is important to you, and if that work is something that you are passionate about, whether that is within your own business or within an organization that you're employed in, this work is so potent. This work is so amazing, and it will really catalyze you to your next level at 100,000%. And it's like where the world is going, So that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I know that if each leader, conscious leader, will expand, grow, and innovate and create from that space of embodiment, where the heart and the mind is fully merged and the body is in congruent sort of resonance with the heart and the mind. If every single leader of the world was like that, can you imagine all the politicians? Can you imagine all the big leaders of big companies and like big brands? Can you imagine like other people in the world being like that, have influence and have a positive impact, and can do a positive impact? Can you imagine all those people being embodied leaders? We will have amazing results for humanity. It will be absolutely like, it will change the world. So if you are an executive, if you are a CEO, if you are a business owner who really wants to step up and into your next level by merging your heart and your mind, expanding in consciousness, start downloading more creativity and becoming more innovative and all those things that matters to you, then my work is 100% for you. So I invite you to book a call for the Quantum Mentorship, and I shall see you on the inside. If you have any questions about Quantum Mentorship, about embodied leadership, about becoming this person on a deep, deep level, always message me. You can send me an email, and I am here to help. And I'll see you on the other side. And I'm wishing you an amazing Tuesday. And